B, C, D, E, F, G.
Hi there, what's up? Welcome back to Education Economics. I am Shreya Roy and I'm extremely sorry for this huge gap between the last video and this video. But obviously you can understand the lockdown has ended and we are all back to our busy schedules. And somebody just texted me that ma'am आप जो article लिखते हो उसी का video क्यों नहीं बना लेते हो, because those are pretty interesting. So let's just see how this article in the form of video turns out. Let me know what you want to know or what sort of videos you want. Until you people give me some good ideas, please bear with the articles that we write. Today I'm going to present to you 5 effective mind management tricks to be successful in life. And trust me, these are the tricks which I followed in my personal life. Also, in case you don't know, I have a website. We have a website. It is named as ecofundnomics.com. Economics with fun. ecofundnomics.com. So it is being followed in 27 countries, and I'm really proud to say that yes, 27 countries. We provide knowledge services to 27 countries. In case you don't know, please go ahead and subscribe to our website. The link is in the description down below. Now let's get into the video. And your girl is dripping in this hot weather. It's sweaty because we cannot turn on the fan, we cannot turn on the AC. I hope you like the video. Okay. First of all, do you people face a situation where you people have been studying for 7 hours or 8 hours a day and somebody else is scoring more than you, but that person isn't studying enough? Well, that happens to most of us. The reason behind is efficiency. So we all do know that since from our physics chapters or from our costing chapters, whatever, we do know how is the efficiency calculated? Output by input, percentage output which you receive by the percentage of input you get. Maybe you get a score of 40% by investing 4 hours of study. Well, under such a case, the efficiency is really low. How do you increase your efficiency? You will have to either increase your output or decrease your input. You get my point? Yes. This video is all about how to increase your output as well as decrease your input. Let's begin. There are 5 M's to sharpen your mind, to sharpen your efficiency. Now, we must have heard about the 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. Correct. Similar way to produce, like you use these 4 factors of production for the production process, right? For a good successful life, for a good successful efficient life, you need 5 factors. Okay, 5 M's. Firstly, mind work. Now what is mind work? Mind work can be anything, you know, like train your subconscious mind. How do you know your subconscious mind is getting trained? How do you know your subconscious mind is listening to you? First of all, maintain a planner, right? Maintain a planner, write down your short-term goals, your long-term goals. I might share a screenshot of my planner though, but obviously I'm not going to show you what I've written and what I have not. Okay, so maintain a planner, and every time, you know, once in a week, every day if possible, give yourself a quick flip through that planner. That gives your mind a registration that okay, this was my goal and I'm getting deviated from it. If you don't know what you want to do as yet, if you're very young age, you know, you're very young, you're like 15, 16, so it's okay. Write short-term goals, like write down your marks for your 10th, write down your marks for your 12th, what you want to do after your schooling. Maybe those are the things that you should focus on. If you're really adult, like you're 25, 30, 35, by the way, that is the range of people who watch our video. That is between 14 to 34. Now, so if you're on the upper side, like an adult, so you must have, you know, big term goals. Like you must have goals about investment, money, house, car loans, marriage, maybe higher education, maybe. Keep those in mind. Like for me, like I completed my master's in 2016 and my PhD was in my mind since then. I have been trying for PhD since the final semester of my master's. So Yeah, but I cracked my PhD in 2019. So between those years where was I like, not doing anything? I was not working, I was not striving for my goal. No, I was just giving it a little push. I was taking my time. I was deciding abroad, India, the top ranked colleges, or it's okay to work and do a part-time PhD. I was just figuring out my ways. That's what you need to do. Write down your goal and then figure your ways out. Second, affirmation. Writing down really helps. Sacrifice. Now when you have decided that you want this in your life, you have to decide what you want to sacrifice in terms of that. Like for me, I wanted to pursue my PhD. So yes, after my I used to teach in a university. Post my teaching in the university, I began my providing tuitions. So what did that do? That gave me a mental strategy in which I was actually teaching the students my entrance stuffs. The things which I had to study for my entrance, I was teaching the same thing to the students. Yeah, they were junior to me, but for clearing my PhD entrance, I had to be more fluent and speak more economics, if that made any sense. Yes, I need to know more. I had to know more of game theory. I had to be better at mathematical economics. I had to be better in differentiation, calculus and all those things. So yes, I was tutoring those students, and hence I was working on my PhD entrance. Let's get to the second of M. Diet is very important. So what sort of a diet should you eat to enhance your brain cells? Fish, they consist of omega-3 fatty acid. Now you might say, oh my god, I'm a vegetarian. It's okay, there are always substitutes, and you always get fish tablets or some substitute multivitamin tablets. To be true, I am on A to Z multivitamin tablets since my 12th standard, but yes, I'm not a regular intake of that. I really keep gaps. Now second, coffee. Keep yourself caffeinated. No, don't keep yourself caffeinated really bad. I mean, to a level that keeps your brain active, keeps your brain alert, helps you to memorize and attain and absorb knowledge easily. Third, turmeric, haldi, that every Indian family has in their regular meal. So that is not a special thing which you have to keep in mind while taking your diet. In taking an Indian food will consist of turmeric. Pumpkin seed, dark chocolates, nuts. Yes, these are the things that really enhance the capacity of your brain cells. If you Google, you will find 10 dozens of those. Now, apart from those, painkillers, sleeping pills, or any such things which handles the hormones, they tend to lower your activeness of your brain. Because like, what does a painkiller do? Painkiller basically numbs the nerve that detects that you are suffering from pain. That numbs a nerve. So basically, you do not want any of those things, because that will make your brain less active. Now that's not a healthy thing. Sleeping pills will also make your brain a little numb and make you less active. Now the third M is material. Material consisting of movies and books. Horror movies, thriller movies, detective movies, those movies which are highly, your brain has to stay really alert. Those movies are like, they create a hormone which is named as fight or flight. So your brain is really active, and constantly watching such movies creates, releases such hormones which helps your brain to always stay alert, makes your brain really active, and hence there is always a situation is coming in front of you. So you have to handle the situation. So your brain is so alert that your brain is capable of handling the situation or whatever scenario it is, just like that. You don't have to sit, wait, think about the situation and then act. Your brain is trained already. Third, books. So read books that are meant to be of your field. Like for example, if I want to be successful in life with my economics, so I have to read books based on economics, or personality development books, or any such books which is related or driven towards your goal. Okay, now methodology. Now let me tell you a story. The story is from Mahabharata, I am assuming, but in case I am wrong, please correct me down in the comment section. So there was a woodcutter who needed a job desperately. So he goes up to the forest official and he says that, sir, I need a job. So the forest official was like, there is no job for you. What job can I offer you? He's like, I'm so desperate for a job. I need money so badly that I can do any job. So the forest needed a passway through the forest to connect the two ends of the two cities, and in the middle there was the forest. To connect the two cities, they needed a road. So the forest official asked the woodcutter that, why don't you do a thing? You just cut the wood and pave a way in the middle. The woodcutter was very happy and he was very enthusiastic about the job, and he was working really hard. So every day he was like, he used to cut down really good amount of trees. I'm not really good with the numbers, but I think every day he used to cut down 20 trees, or a week he used to cut down 100 trees. It was like that good. So the forest official was also very happy. The officer was very happy. But then as weeks passed by, he noticed that the efficiency of the woodcutter deteriorated. He was no longer that efficient. Now what was the scenario here? Guess and tell me. He went up to the woodcutter and he asked, what is the scene? Initially you were doing a brilliant job. Now your pace has slowed down. What is wrong? The woodcutter said that, I don't know, sir. I'm really trying hard. I'm putting in all my efforts, but yet I'm not able to do as much job as I used to do initially. To that, the officer asked him one simple question. My dear, have you sharpened your axe? That's what the woodcutter had forgotten. He had forgotten to sharpen his axe. Yes. So that's what we need to do. We need to sharpen our mind, and we have to learn to act smart. We have to learn to act sharp. We need to know putting the effort, which direction is more important. Just for example, my examples are very student driven, and you might think that is unusual, but for an educator like me, I think that is the usual and the common thing. So for example, you know that your paper consists of 5 10 marks question, and there is only 5 1 mark question, and you are putting more effort in that 1 mark question, which is only 5 marks. That is 5 1 mark question. 5 into 1 is 5, but there is 10 marks question. No, sorry, 5 10 marks question. So that is 5 into 10, which is 50, right? So 50 is more important than your 5. So here working sharp would be to work on those long questions and not on those short questions. I hope that made any sense, but please try to understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so the last M of the 5 M's is meditation. Learn to give your brain rest. Well, personally, I'm a culprit of this one. I don't know to give my brain any rest. Even when I'm sleeping, my brain is such highly alert. It's like, oh shit, I forgot to do this. Oh shit, I had to solve this. Oh, okay, I forgot to write that one in my thesis. So yes, my brain is very alert even when I'm sleeping, and so I suffer. I'm a bad insomniac person. So please give yourself that rest. Sleep, meditate, watch good light-hearted movies, read light-hearted books, chit-chat with your family, gossip, go out in the park, I don't know, whatever makes you feel good. 1 hour a day, not even 1 hour, I mean a person like me, a workaholic like me, even if I could do this 1 hour a week, would be highly appreciated. So yeah, take that time out and break. Yeah, meditation has its own benefit. It reduces stress, anxiety, relaxes your muscle, enhances awareness. It increases the mind efficiency, memory power, and stabilizes memory, emotional health. So yes, we know that, and now you know it. But there is a lot of things which talk about enhancing your cerebellum, best-selling mind management books and detail about the food content. Please please check out the article as well. And here I would like to take your leave. Do subscribe if you haven't subscribed as well. Please like our video and leave a comment down below. Thank you. Bye bye. See you soon.
A, B, C, D.